ZeroAvia to start operating in Norway. MD aircraft promises fast turnaround times without fast chargers, and solid-state batteries are coming. Hello, I'm Johan Erlandsson. Welcome to Future Country. I have some seriously interesting electric aviation news this time. Let's get into it. ZeroAvia announces that the EU Innovation Fund has awarded them €21 million to set up a network with hydrogen electric aircraft in Norway. It's 15 retrofitted Cessna Caravans operating 15 Norwegian airports, with operations planned to commence in 2028. Beta, Avinor and Bristow have concluded their tests in Norway. In total, 126 flights were made in the Stavanger area, with the longest flights to Bergen as far as I know. The distance from Stavanger to Bergen, as the crow flies, is 160 kilometers. I have not heard anything about payload, so I guess this was without payload. Beta will soon make a few landings in Sweden too. There are plans for more exciting stuff in Norway, not only the ZeroAvia plans as I understand, so expect some more reporting from our neighbor in the west. MD Aircraft has an interesting aircraft concept in their 9-seat MD-A1 aircraft. They are in a quite early stage and just closed an A round of €5 million, possibly also unlocking €30 million of government funding. Their swappable power bay is interesting for two reasons. First, there is less need for expensive charging infrastructure. It is usually enough with a 32 amp fuse, which I guess most airports already have at least. Also, the less power the charger itself is rated for, the less expensive it is. Secondly, the power bay is placed in a pod outside the fuselage and wings, right in the center of gravity. This will make it easier to put new battery generations in the aircraft faster. The only thing that needs to be certified is the power bay itself, not the aircraft when new battery generations come. Once the new power bay is certified, the aircraft is just a battery swap away from better performance. They have also made some choices that reduce cost, which in the end means lower ticket prices. They have one pilot operation, for example, and fixed gear. It might not be the fastest of aircraft, cruising at just above 200 kilometers per hour, but for routes where you already have a huge time advantage, this might not be as important as a low ticket price. Getting a swappable power bay certified is for sure a challenge, but MD Aircraft claim they have a good plan to succeed. Both Eve and Wisk have completed their maiden flights. I am following Wisk especially closely since they are focusing on operating pilotless from the very beginning. I believe that pilotless operation is a prerequisite if air taxis are ever to reach rural and remote areas. Here is a photo of the pilotless hybrid version of the Joby Aviation aircraft for military applications. I think it is promising for future civil operations that they are already into pilotless flying. Honda plans to conduct the maiden flight of its full-scale prototype in March. This eVTOL aircraft is a hybrid, powered by a turbo generator and batteries. Chinese eVTOL producer Autoflight has unveiled a floating vertiport. Power utility company Fortum has some really interesting ideas for turning airports into energy hubs. Their first deal might see the light of day soon, as they have signed a memorandum of understanding with Stockholm Skavsta Airport. They will look into local hydrogen and electrofuel production, heat recovery and energy storage in batteries. There has also been some very exciting solid-state battery developments. Donut Labs attracted huge attention in the days leading up to CES, with a solid-state battery claiming incredible performance and already in large-scale production. Unfortunately, most people now believe this claim is fake. We will know for sure in March. That is when they claim the first electric motorcycles with this battery are to be delivered. However, another and more credible piece of news about solid-state batteries has emerged since then, and it is even better for electric aviation. The Chinese car manufacturer Chery says it will begin selling a car later this year equipped with a solid-state battery with an energy density as high as 600 watt-hours per kilogram at the cell level. Since solid-state batteries are less prone to catch fire, you need less things in the battery pack to reduce this risk, which I think will mean that they will be able to reach at least 400 watt-hours per kilogram, which is that's around double the aircraft batteries today. So it's fantastic news for electric aviation. Could this be fake news as well? Maybe, but we do know that EHang has already flown with solid-state batteries with 480 watt-hours per kilogram. So I definitely believe that solid states are coming, and we will see some very interesting news development already this year. German electric aircraft producer Elektra Solar is to start selling their electric aircraft called the Elektra Trainer in China. It is certified under the German ultralight rules. The Trainer has a flight endurance of 2.5 hours and has 300 kilometers of range. Elektra Solar are now planning to also certify the aircraft under EASA's light sports aircraft standards, and are also planning in the longer term for 4- and 9-seat models. They claim that in 5 years their 2- and 4-seaters will have a range of almost 500 kilometers. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Future Country.